The coffee is black in the shadow of breaking news. The robot is very, very frisky, and I'd like to welcome you to the Sunday, October 5th edition of Modeling Blog Daily, where Bill just rants with a cup of joe. And today I'm going to rant on a model I built earlier today, a magnificent pair of Lego frogs. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my building style and some of the disciplines that I follow. I'm a purist builder at heart, guys. In fact, both of these frogs came from a designer 4101 designer set called the Wild Collection. 487 pieces, 63 creations. I think of all the models that I've ever built, this one here has more ideas than any other model. It came right out of 2003 Lego. I call the golden era of Lego the 1990s and the early 2000s. In early 2000, we had, in 2003, a wonderful batch of models, including the Orient Expedition. In 1998, we had a wonderful batch of models, including the Adventurers Egypt series, the Jungle series, and they all have wonderful ideas. All of them do, and that's why I call it the golden era of Lego, because they had so many ideas. And they had a unique set that they called the designer sets, which I don't think they're selling at all anymore. Now, in the designer sets, this manual, by the way, is a wonderful manual, 84 pages, and it actually has a lot of wonderful simple models. If you were an adult and have some small children and want to get them a happy set to build happy models with that are simple, I mean, look, we got us a wonderful looking bird. There's a bumblebee, a little crocodile, look at that, a goldfish, a big old fat goldfish, a pregnant goldfish, guys. And the little frog, I mean, a whole bunch of little frog. I built this frog right. It probably hasn't. I built it right from here, but wouldn't you know, on page 11 they had instructions for the little frog. I didn't even know that. I want to talk about this little frog, though, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this particular video. I am a purist at heart, and as such, I have certain rules that I follow when I build. That robot's really feisty. I have certain rules that I follow when I build models, and in particular, the one rule is that I never add parts to a kit. And in some cases, in the older kits, they don't even have parts lists. Like if you go back far enough, you won't even find a list of parts. Like the Wolf. The Wolf series, they don't have parts listed, so what I do is I go on Peeron and I get the parts list. And then what I do is I try to stick with the rules. When you have a book of ideas, it means that you can build the models from the ideas. Well, in the case with this frog, and I didn't realize I had it, I had full instructions, but I built it from the picture. You can see I did a pretty remarkable job, but you will notice one variant. See that? See the front paws of that? Well, when I built my frog, the big frog, I had to use those parts. You see that part right there is one of those parts, and that part right there is one of those parts. It's the same part that they use on the eyes. Well, the way I build, guys, is I don't dip into my my bags of parts and cheat. I stick with what is in the box 100%. And in this case, I spent about an hour trying to figure out what would be the best way to make those front hoofies look like frog hoofies. Because I didn't have the part that I needed was used on the big frog, and I needed it for the big frog. So I decided to just, I had black feet. I put black feet and black paws and black head, and that was a calico, a tabby kind of a frog. And I said, well, that doesn't look like he's a sibling of the big frog. So I spent quite a bit of time figuring, and I finally just decided I was going to add off-color, paws, and that would look okay. But I went through a whole gamut of, I had black, the black feet in the back, and the black eyes, and the black hoofies in the front. But it didn't look, it looked okay because some frogs are weird colors. But when you put these are next to each other, and they're supposed to be the mother and the baby. Anyhow, I want to show you a couple more of these wonderful models. And they do have a lot of bugs, and I say kids love bugs. All kids just absolutely adore bugs and little creatures like frogs. When I love the frogs. Like here's a little owl, a real cute little owl, and they have instructions for all these, and they're real simple instructions, but little kids, they can build them, and they're fun. Now you can, there's some challenges, like remember that parrot I did? We didn't have full instructions for the parrot. All we had was a picture. Now here, I've actually I built that the other day, and I didn't put it on film, but I built it. It's a wonderful looking little parrot. So they have a lot of little critters, little bugs, and look at that very colorful crab. So if you're, and look at the iguana, and I built that. I love this set, absolutely. You can tell I love it. Little critters all over the place. The kids love this. If you are an adult and you want to get your child a wonderful kit to build from, get the 4101 designer set from 2003, the Wild Collection. You can still find it on the eBay, not all the time, but every once in a while. And sit down with your child and build these models with him or her, and you'll probably open up a wonderful world of modeling for the child. Because once they start, when they're real small, they can have a lot of fun. And these are fun little critters to build with kids. Bill and Red, having absolutely too much fun, and a very, very feisty robot who says, sayonara, my friends, sayonara. Have a great week, guys.